about maybe why you're such a proponent of this strategy versus maybe some pitfalls of other strategies that we're seeing out there? You got Google AdWords and a number of others where we're all veering this direction.
Well, we should start by saying that almost any type of marketing can work. Okay, so we don't want to eliminate necessarily anything, but what we find is that certain approaches are simply more effective and maybe impactful than others. So if we think about this through the lens of, you use the word pitfalls or shortcomings, think about traditional marketing strategies. This is generally relied on mass communication channels like television or radio or print media or things of that nature. And those tend to be aimed at a very broad audience. And because the target audience is so broad, the messaging often lacked personalization, and it tended to not address sort of individual needs and preferences. And the reason in part was because it was really expensive historically to produce and distribute through these kind of channels, TV and media and radio and things of that nature. And so because it was expensive, businesses felt compelled to jump straight into it and get into the product or service, which in turn kind of leads to a low response rate and limited engagement. Not to mention that when you think about the traditional approaches, it's often hard to measure accurately how impactful they are or how effective they are or your sort of return on investment. And so in contrast, when we think about today's kind of modern digital landscape, it allows marketing techniques and strategies and tools and ideas for businesses to target very specific audiences. You can use data-driven strategies. It allows for much more effective and efficient campaigns. And I think it better meets the needs and expectations of ultimately the target audience. So to say, long way of saying is everything can work, but certain things tend to work better today than they have in the past.